Welcome back to the listening room, everyone. My name is Benjamin, and again, joined by Simon, my co-host here. How you doing, Simon?
Doing great. How are you doing, Benjamin?
Doing well. You ready to get angry?
Oh, dude. I'm Bruce Banner, dude. I'm always angry.
My blood's boiling from just looking at my list of these songs. So this will be great. But I guess do you want to just do you list one song and I list one song and then so on and so forth, or well, except
Absolutely.
for the one exception you had there, I think, unless you want to count that
No,
as
no, no.
one.
It's funnier. No, no, no. Let's do the back and forth. It's
Oh,
funnier
still
back
do
and
back
forth.
and forth. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I guess start us off with your. Well, are these in any order? Like, I don't really have them in any order except for the first one,
No,
which
not
is
really.
not quite on the same level of hatred. So, your first choice of songs that you absolutely popular songs that we hate. I don't think I said what the title was.
My first pick. Okay. Well, first off, I was just telling you this a minute ago, but I ran into an
Mhm.
issue with this list.
Yeah.
I don't have as much hate in my heart as I thought I did. I'm too full of love and joy and peace. Uh, So I was going through, songs that I remember listening to a couple years ago,
Yeah.
despising, hating, and moving on from them. But I went back to listen to them, right?
Hmm.
Uh, and I don't hate them as much. Like some early Maroon Five. I used to hate early Maroon Five. I think I just told you this. Hated early Maroon Five. They're kind of good now. Like going back and listening to it, like
Yeah.
This Love is a pretty good song. Animals is a pretty good song. And there's others. There's one more specific one I wrote down because I was so mad that I listened to it and like kind of liked it that I put it down. So I'll speak
Yeah.
on that in a little bit.
Okay.
But so my first pick, it's two songs. It is by Maroon Five,
Okay.
two of their newer songs, and I just kind of grouped them together because I dislike them for the same reasons.
Okay.
That is Memories, their song Memories, and their song Girls Like You. And really, it's not like my house is going crazy. So if you hear like dogs barking or anything, that's what that is. Uh, but yeah, I don't like these songs don't make my blood boil. They don't make me fly into a fit of rage and want to go run someone off the road or anything. Uh, but they do it frustrates me more than anything because I listen to them and I'm like, why are these like universally beloved, right? Why do
Right.
people like not universally, but why are they popular? Why do people I think out of all my picks, these fit the bill the best
Mhm.
because I don't like despise them, but I have no clue why they're as big as they are.
I know.
Um, their beats are not good, their melodies are not good, the production's not great, uh, the lyrics are not good. Adam Levine is not the greatest lyricist. He's not the greatest writer. If you saw his leaked messages with that one woman, you know that he's not exactly a poet. Uh,
I
that's
actually
all I'll
didn't,
say.
so okay. Well, I can look that up later.
Yeah, it is funny, but not. He's not exactly a not a charmer. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
uh, not much to say on these two songs. Really, probably the weakest out of my picks. It's just not not my thing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the one song on here that doesn't make me turn into a lunatic. Well, I'm already a lunatic, but like it makes me a raging lunatic.
A
Um,
violent lunatic.
this just does nothing for me, and my dad hates this song. I don't hate it as much as he does, but "In the Air Tonight" by Phil Collins. It's yeah, you like that song? I know it's a controversial pick, but I don't hate it. That's the issue. Like I know like
Okay.
songs we hate, but like this is like I almost didn't put it on here, but I'm like it doesn't do as much for me as it does with so many people. I'm not saying it's a bad song or anything, but like it's I don't get as much enjoyment as a lot of people do from it, and it's like yeah, I don't really have anything like horrible to say about it. I just don't love it, and this isn't the only Phil Collins song that's on here, but it's not by his solo stuff that we'll get to later on in the video. But that's why I wanted to say it first because I'm like all the rest like make my blood boil. But like this one
Yeah.
just doesn't do as much for me as it should, you know.
Okay. I'll let it slide. You keep Phil Collins' name out your mouth, Benjamin.
No, he's great, dude. I really like
Yeah.
him, man. He's so talented.
He's the goat.
That was so good.
My next pick. You might have heard this one already. I don't even know the name of the song, and I decided it was funnier if I didn't look it up. I'm pretty. It's called something like video games, I'm sure, but it's called, or I wrote down. It's "My Life Is Like a Video Game" by Falling in Reverse. Have you heard that one?
That
Are you
doesn't.
familiar with like Falling in Reverse or Ronnie Radke?
I know them. Unfortunately, I probably would know the song if I like pulled it up, which, if I don't recognize it immediately, might be a blessing. But
It starts off. There's like a video, like an 8-bit instrumental, right? Ba 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 ba, and then he goes, "My life is like a video game." What is it? Counting coins to beat the stage. All around, I'm still collecting coins. Something like that. It is atrocious. It's really bad. It is one of the funniest songs. Like, I love this song because I hate it, right?
Mhm.
Objectively, awful song. Do I ever listen to it of my own volition? No. It does help that the way that I'm exposed to it the most is this video of a dude like doing a dance with his Nintendo Switch. Someone will know what I'm talking about. It's so funny. But yeah, awful song.
Yeah.
Ronnie Radke is not. He's not like an objectively bad musician, but I've not heard anything by him that is good. So definitely
Fair.
deserves its spot on this list.
Yeah, I'm wondering if my list is honestly going to piss you off more than anything and everyone else, just from the way I look. Do you like Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah, I'm not like the biggest Bruce Springsteen fan, but I like him.
Well, my next pick is Born in the USA.
Okay.
You're like, I'm done. I'm
Nope.
done.
Nope.
Yeah, I figure, like, I mean, I've heard it way too many times. If I turn it on the radio, I lose my mind. And I think, honestly, his stuff probably is not defined by his hits. So I need to just sit down and listen to one of his records, because I'm not going to let this song turn me away from an artist. But man, I don't know what it is with that song. I cannot get into it.
It was a movie. I want to make sure I'm getting this right. I believe. Let me see.
Is there a movie based off of that? Yeah, no, there should be a movie with that in there, at least, as like one of the main
Born in
themes.
the- What wasn't that? It was, if I'm not mistaken, it was. Hold on. Because I just don't want to.
Yeah.
Blinded by the Light. Yeah, this movie, Blinded by the Light. This was a pretty good movie. It was about a Muslim teenager living in America, right? England, living in England. It was about a Muslim teenager living in England uh, in the 80s, right? So you can kind of imagine how that would be going for him, right? Not great.
Oh yeah.
Bullied and stuff. And then he discovered Bruce Springsteen and found a love for music, love for Springsteen. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie. I don't remember it that well, but good movie. So Bruce Springsteen in my life has had a net positive effect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry to hear it's not the same for you.
I hate when they don't play other songs. I mean, I'm sure they play other songs from him. Every time I've heard it's that one song. I want to hear something else, man. Like, at the end of the day, why do rock and radio stations play the same 5 songs every hour? Like, seriously?
It is ridiculous. It's if radio stations were better about that, I think streaming would be a bit less popular. Not that much less popular, because it's a monolith. It's unbeatable.
Yes.
But I would listen to the radio if they played good music
Mm-hmm.
and more had a more varied selection.
Yep. Yeah. All right. So now that I've been excommunicated from my own channel, what's your next pick?
My third pick. This was a release from last year. This
Okay.
one I don't think is that controversial, but it'll piss some people off.
Of course.
It's Carnival by Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't.
No.
Kanye West isn't objectively. He's not that good a person, although I fully believe that he is. And I'm not going to go into it because this is a topic I've discussed heavily
Yeah.
with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
He's very mentally troubled. He deserves sympathy just like any human being would deserve sympathy.
Yeah.
People are laughing and making jokes about. I don't know if you've seen the recent stuff. It's not worth talking about because light should not be shown on it. But he is in an not the best spot mentally. He's being taken advantage of. It's sad. It's really sad,
Yeah.
right? It does not excuse his I don't know. This is going on your YouTube channel, so I won't say anything like any of the words because I know they can sometimes get automatically flagged.
Yeah.
But anyone who's even vaguely aware of Kanye West at this point knows about his problematic beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
So not I condemn that. That is not to be accepted.
That doesn't mean
But
the
he's
song's
mentally
good.
ill, so. True. Now that to say, I actually didn't mind. He released 2 albums last year, both of which were collab albums with Ty Dolla $ign, right?
Okay.
Vultures 1 and Vultures 2. Vultures 2 was AI. It had a lot of AI on it. It was not good. It was unfinished. Production was not good. It had some moments, but it overall was just really a letdown. Vultures 1 was not that bad, right? Like as far as separating art from the artist, it was good. Not good, but it was like a 60, 65.
It's
Problem
okay.
is with Kanye West, it's kind of impossible to do that now because he puts so much of himself in the music, and he always has, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's his strength. It's just now that he has become who he's become, it's a problem. But that being said, I didn't hate that album, right? As far as like the beats go and the flows, I thought it was fine. But this song Carnival is mind-numbingly bad. It's maybe it's just that it was overplayed, right? Because I didn't hate it when I first heard it.
Oh yeah.
But it's like a chorus of guys. It's a chorus of men, and they're like, hey, that's a good shit honorable, something like a carnival. I done did the impossible. And then it's them just going like, whoa, and like looped.
Yeah.
And then Cardi comes in, and he's just so. I don't mind Playboy Cardi. His new album was fine. Some of his older stuff is great. But he just comes in like, carnival. And it's so bad. It's just like, it's insane. It's insane. Because it's insane how popular it got. It's huge, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened. It's not good. There's better songs on that album. And again, that's not an amazing album.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. All right. Your turn.
I don't know. I think this is I'm pretty sure this is a popular song because I've heard this a million freaking times and I hate it every time. And correct me if I'm wrong on the artist, but it's all about that bass. Isn't that the Meghan Trainor?
I think it's Megan. Yeah, it's Meghan Trainor.
That song is horrible.
I'm all about that bass. No trouble.
That is the laziest songwriting.
Yeah,
it is
bad.
So.
That's a good pick.
I hated it when I first heard it, and unfortunately, I've heard it multiple times. Why? Because someone is playing it. Why? Why is that song so popular? I'm like, oh, and that wasn't on my original list, and then I actually just thought of that, and I was like, yeah, I hate that song. So, yeah, I don't really want to give more credit to where it is. It's trash, and I don't like it. If someone likes it, more power to them, but, like, I don't ever win. You like it?
No, but to be a devil's advocate, there's a good moment on that song. I like where she's like, crazy. I don't remember what the lyric is, but that one where it's like, that one little like snippet there. I think that's pretty good. But the rest of the song is, you're right, it's a really lazy song.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just am like, I don't listen to that kind of radio station at all. and yet I still hear it, and I'm like, probably in a grocery store or something. Honestly, is where I hear it, or a sports store or something. But yeah, that's my probably least controversial pick so far for you at least. For everybody else, I'm probably gonna get dunked on in the comments.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, your next one.
Oliver Tree. Life goes on. I don't know if you've heard it. I don't need to talk about it that much.
That name's familiar.
I looked up this YouTube video. I have not listened to the song in years. I did not remember doing this, but when I pulled up I just remembered disliking it. When I pulled it up, I saw that I disliked the YouTube video, which really, I don't dislike that many YouTube videos. Usually, if I don't like something, I'll just, leave it alone. So that, was a sign. I was like, wow, I really hated this album or this song. The only bit of it that you really need to know exists is the chorus is literally just it's him saying life goes on, but he says it like oin. So it's like life goes oin and oin and oin and oin, yeah.
Oh, I know that song. I know that song sucks.
Yep.
Oh. I knew that name was familiar, but I could not. Oh my gosh.
He's got one song that I liked in like middle school. I don't remember what it was called, but
sure.
Yeah, not good. Yeah, disappointing track. Have you seen the clip from Family Feud? Steve Harvey, someone's like, I'm thinking about killing myself, Steve. And Steve goes, I'm thinking about killing myself. That's me. That's my what runs through my head any time his music comes on.
Oh. Yeah, actually the song that one of the songs that make me want to do that. I don't know, you might like this song. I don't know, but like when I heard this song, I'm like, this is such the most. Wonderwall by Oasis. You like it?
I like it, but I like it, but that's a fair pick.
It's probably easy pickings, but like I even heard it yesterday when we were at the movie theater. I'm like, yeah, no wonder I hate this song. I'm like, I need to get out of the restroom because this sucks so bad. And I was like, ugh. But yeah, I can't. I don't like that song. It doesn't put me in a murderous rage like a few of the other songs here are going to, but it just is. I don't know. It just kind of doesn't put me in a good mood at all. Not that every song needs to, obviously, but it doesn't put me in a good mood in a good way, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't positively impact you. Yeah. Your next one.
My next one. Okay. Taylor Swift. I'm not a Taylor Swift hater. She has some great songs. Her pop stuff mostly. I don't love her country stuff, although it's not bad. I like it.
It's a few of them that are good.
It's a few of them. But then her pop stuff is really good. I love some of like her middle few albums. I think are genuinely pretty good. Okay. Her newer stuff I just have not liked for years. But this is where I had that problem where I thought I had more hate in my heart than I do. I didn't realize, that life is actually good and worth living. But I listened to this song called "Ready for It" by Taylor Swift from her album Reputation, which is widely regarded as her worst album for good reason.
Probably.
It's a complete turn from what she'd done before, and she tries to be dramatic and like I don't know, it just doesn't work. Not dramatic, but like dark, right? But yeah, it's just not her thing. But I listened to "Ready for It," which I remember hating, and I didn't mind it. It broke my heart. I'm not who I used to be, It's not good, but I didn't dislike it enough to qualify it going on this list. So I was like, well, shoot, I was kind of counting on that one. I thought it was a shoo-in. What do I do now? And then it hit me. I remembered a lyric from her most recent album. It's off of a song called So High School.
Called what?
You
cut out, sorry.
Called So High School.
High School?
It's called from her song called So High School, about her current relationship with Travis Kelce. the single lyric that reminded me of this song is, I'm just gonna read it to you.
Oh no.
Uh, Touch me while your boys play Grand Theft Auto. It's I can't believe I can't believe it. I can't believe it because here's my thing with Swifties, right? Taylor Swift girls and Kanye West guys are almost the same, except now Kanye West is a has those evil beliefs that he has.
Hmm.
So it's different. It's more vehement to support that than it is to just support some lady who can't write a good song anymore.
Yeah.
That being said, their level of passion and how fanatic they are about this artist is the same. Swifties are on the same level, right? Even if it's not as bad. But yeah, it's she cannot write that. That is insane. That's insane. It's just bad. That's all I
Yeah.
even have to say. It's just bad.
Yeah.
I don't have to justify it. It's insane.
Yeah, my in-law family would probably burn her sit down. They hate her so much. And I'm like, I don't. She's not that bad to me, but like, all the modern stuff I hear, like the early 2010s and stuff, or even a little before that, I didn't mind that stuff. But now I just hear it. I'm like, why is she as popular as she is still? In some ways, because like, is she bigger now than than when that stuff was coming out?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
I'll look her up on Spotify because she is probably top, at least top 50 artists for sure. She might even be top like 20.
Oof.
You see Taylor Swift.
I'm like, why isn't she bigger? Why is she bigger now when her stuff is so much worse? You know, I
I
don't
don't
get
know,
it.
man. She
Like,
is 11th in the world as far as monthly listeners on Spotify go.
oh, who's number one right
And
now?
she was the number one. Is it The Weekend? I think it's usually The Weekend, but I'm not sure if he's still there.
Yeah, his stuff's fine, but I don't understand
Second,
why his number one. Who's number one?
two, or number one. It might be Kendrick or it might be Drake.
Oh,
Not Kendrick. Drake. See, not Drake. He's way lower than Kendrick is. That's crazy. I
hmm.
don't know. Maybe I could just look it up because I'm curious about that now.
Yeah, that's odd, but yeah, I never understood why becoming more popular, or at least seemingly more popular than when her stuff was a lot better many years ago.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's ridiculous. She, I don't know.
I don't know. But I'm not as big into mainstream artists is part of the issue. Like that's not as much my speed, but like still, like I can appreciate an artist for who they are, but like I'm be happy to admit like her stuff was way better years ago. I don't know.
This is kind of crazy. I looked up the top artist.
Uh huh.
It's Bruno Mars,
Since
which is
when?
crazy to me. Since right now, at least, which is crazy to me because he has not released a solo album since 2016.
Uh huh.
The only album he's done since then was Silk Sonic, which is him and Anderson Paak or Pack. I don't know how to say his name, but it's their collab. It's their band. That was 2021,
Is there a
and then
movie
his
with
new
him?
stuff. I don't think so. Pharrell Williams had a movie recently, the
Oh.
Lego movie that he was in. I don't know
Oh
if that's
really?
what you're thinking of.
I don't know.
But his
That's
most recent single, everyone hates. He did it with Sexy Red, who is, you know, not many people's cup of tea, mine included. He did have "Die with a Smile" with Lady Gaga in 2024.
that's a good song.
I haven't heard it.
I
That's
she's
crazy. Cause what?
that's,
Sorry, go ahead. I just can't believe he's number one.
yeah, I
No
can't
shade.
either. But I remember when he was big, like when I was real young. But like, sheesh, that's been so long ago. I haven't even heard his name in years, probably. And like her stuff to me though is like a guilty pleasure. Like I really liked her newest album, Lady Gaga. Like I like her stuff.
Really, I haven't heard the newest one.
I liked it, and like I'm not saying everybody's gonna like her stuff. If you don't like it, fine. But she's I guess honestly a guilty pleasure because she's not. I don't usually listen to that kind of stuff. But I grew up on her hits from the early 2010s, 2000s, And so I'm like, okay, I'll listen to the new album, and she kind of did a throwback to that sound and style, and I was like, this is great, but I'm like, it's unusual that I would like her type of stuff.
Yeah. I know I love her. Her highs are high, you
Oh
know.
yeah,
She's one of those artists where like, you know, when she dude, this is supposed to be the negative video. We're supposed to have hate in our hearts,
I know.
you know. But then we're just praising Lady Gaga, which is not undue, right?
No.
But yeah, I don't know. Her highs are really high. I
Hmm.
want to give her flowers.
Indeed. Is it your pick for least? Because I think I did Wonderwall last.
You did Wonderwall.
So I guess it's your
I did
turn.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, so it is my turn?
I think it might be. Hold on. How many have you done? I've done
Uh,
5.
In the Air Tonight, Born in the USA. I'm out of whack here. The Megan Trainor song and Wonderwall. So I guess it is my turn.
It is your turn.
One of the worst rock songs I've ever heard in my life. And I love this album. I like this band. But this song is trash. And it's Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard. What stupid song. Why that? I don't know. Like, love the album, right? It's actually probably a top 20, 25 album for me. But that song is probably the worst on the album. Honestly, it is the worst on the album. I hate that song. They're so stupid, and it's just like, I don't know why that song of all songs. They had a lot of hits from that album. That's their biggest album. But like, why did that song become the most played of all of those? Like, play Armageddon It, play Women from that album, for crying out loud. Like, those songs, play even the title track, Hysteria. Why Pour Some Sugar on Me? I don't know. Maybe because it's a singable chorus, I guess, for a concert, but like, come on, man. Do better. That song sucks.
Do better. Be better.
Sounded like Brayson. Anyway.
Dude, I need to work on my Brayson impression.
Another friend of ours, by the way.
Dear compatriot.
Mm-hmm.
My number 6. I was just telling my mom about this song right before we recorded.
Sure.
This was the example I used for my bad songs list. It's Yummy by Justin Bieber.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you got that yummy, 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 yummy.
Oh.
You know what's crazy about that song?
No. What is
I
it?
don't know if this is like 100% true, but it seems like it is, right? I've seen the music video, and it definitely is very. To put it frankly, and this is not like a laughing matter, but Justin Bieber definitely got abused by other people in the music industry.
Yes.
He stayed at P. Diddy's house frequently by himself. I don't know if you knew that, but there's like, there's an interview that him and Diddy were doing together. And Diddy was like, yeah, you're coming over to my house. We're going to have fun. And he was like, he straight up says, he's like, you can't tell nobody what we're doing. It's really bad. So Justin Bieber is a victim of the music industry. And, that's not to be taken lightly.
No.
But this song is about his wife's, yummy bum, right? That's what the lyrics are about. He said it's about that before.
Ugh.
But it also seems to be about the abuse that he went through. Because, like, if you watch the music video, it's a party.
Oh,
right?
really?
It's a party with a bunch of rich people, like wealthy people. And there's a band. I think I'm cutting out. Okay, we're back.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
So it's this rich people party. There's a band performing, and it's all kids in the band. And this child band, they don't look happy to perform, but they're performing, they're singing it all, and like the rich people are laughing and eating, a bunch of food. And then I don't remember. There's some other details that are like suspect, right?
Hmm.
But then at the very end of the music video, it just does a pan of the room that the party was in, and after the party, so everything's like destroyed. There's like it's a mess, and all the clothes that the children were wearing are like strewn about. So you can
Oh,
kind of put together what it's right. Awful, and that is not something to be taken lightly. That's not something to be joked about. Um,
no.
horrific things, right? And like Justin Bieber shouldn't have had to go through that. Why is he choosing this song? Why is this song's dichotomy? Why is it when it says yummy, girl, you got that yummy, right? Why is he choosing this song to mean his wife's
Body.
body is yummy, and then him as a child was yummy, right? Like it's not just a bad song because it is a bad song. Objectively, the song sucks. It's an insane choice. I don't understand it.
Yeah,
So that's my number 6.
that song, especially when you, well, not especially when you sang it. That's not what I meant. But anytime I hear that song, and even like just now when you sang it is what I meant, it makes my skin crawl, and now I know why. Now I definitely know
Yeah.
why. Especially for that latter reason. But
Yeah.
I don't think I can top that. All these I just hate, not necessarily because their lyrics are like that, but just because. Um,
Well, you're gonna love my next pick. Then you're gonna love my number 7.
am I gonna be mad?
Probably.
Okay, good deal. Well, actually, you'll be mad about this one because I don't know if you know I don't like Green Day. I don't like their stuff. Can't stand Time of Your Life.
Time
Cannot.
of Your Life is like a
I know.
central part of the white person experience.
Unfortunately, I guess I'm not as white as I feared. Yeah, that's gonna get.
Well,
We're
you're
gonna get.
Filipino now.
Oh gosh, now I'm getting demonetized. No, I'm joking. I don't know. I just like. I don't know why. I probably should like that song, but also it's so overplayed. And if the song's overplayed, then generally, most of the time I'm going to hate it. Especially when I will change the radio, and 1 out of the 3 that I will listen to, it's playing. Why? I get why the song's popular. That's fine. But like to me, I don't ever need to hear that song again. And I'm not the biggest Green Day fan anyway. Like I don't like really anything I've heard, but like that song, just put me a barrel and ship me to Canada or something. Like I can't deal with that.
Steve Harvey right now.
Yeah. All right. So am I gonna be leaving the group chat like you did earlier in the video?
No. You won't be mad for that reason.
Ah,
You
okay,
won't be
fine.
mad for that reason.
Okay.
You'll just I don't know. You'll see. My number 7 pick is the it's the country remix of "Yummy" by Justin Bieber. Just when you think it can't get worse, just when you think you've topped it
Oh,
off, you
and
brought it back. You brought it back.
you know I hate. Well, you probably know I hate country music, right? For the most part, unless like very select songs. Oh yeah, okay. Now, why is there a country remix?
I don't know, man. It's insane.
Oh, yeah. I'm not topping that. I can't. I can't actually. Um, Jack and Diane by John Cougar. That song sucks. Overplayed. It's not a good song. You probably know it, but
I can't even. I know it. I can't remember it right
the
now.
song is trash. It's one of the like my dad and I like we like most of the radio hits, right? But like there's just some on here that I've already listed that just suck. That is the one that is one of the ones we universally agree sucks. It absolutely
I'm gonna
sucks.
play it. I'll mute my mic. I wanna
Yeah,
hear it for a
good
second.
idea. But I can't. I cannot stand that song. Nothing about that like appeals to me. John Cougar do better. He probably did do better. Like I don't think if it gets worse than that, like we're in bad shape. But I don't really know of anything else he did. Oh, you like that song?
It's a good song.
No, it's not a good song.
Boom. Ba-ba,
Point exactly.
Oh. Whatever, bro. Whatever, bro.
Hey, look, you can throw me off my own channel if you want, but like, my opinion still stands.
I will. You know what? This is my channel now.
Oh, it's it's Simon's listening room.
Simon's listening room. Not Benjamin. No, it's not even. It's just called Not Benjamin's listening room. Anyone else is free.
Not name redacted. It's listening room.
Yeah, we don't even talk about you, Benjamin.
Oh man.
We censor out the E with an asterisk. All right, my number 8. It's Thirsty Thursday by AJR. AJR is a band that gets too much hate. They're not as bad as people say. They're not good. They're not great. Like, objectively, they're not great. I kind of, as I was getting into music, I listened to The Click. It's an album that I still like. It's kind of my guilty pleasure album.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not familiar, are you familiar with AJR?
No.
They're okay. It's 3 brothers, Adam, Jack, and Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I had, during COVID, they did this big concert, right? And you could buy a virtual ticket. And I bought or it might have been a birthday gift. I don't think I paid for it, but I got a like VIP ticket, right? So you got like a Q&A with the band. You just type questions in the chat beforehand. You got a special camera that would show their dad's reaction because he's been a big part of their lives and their music. It was real cool, and it seems like it was a really well done performance.
Sure.
I had work that night.
Oh gosh.
I missed it, and my family watched without me, and then didn't tell me about it for like a week.
I remember that. I remember you telling me about that. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Surely, like that was.
It
yeah.
would have been before I worked with you, but I would have told you about it.
Okay, you would have told me the story though, for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, it was. I mean, not that big of a deal looking back, and I wasn't even that mad then. I was just like, why wouldn't? Because like they got it. It was months before the actual concert, right? So I forgot about it, and nobody let me know. So I didn't get off work, and they literally drove my. This was like I was probably 15, maybe 16. I was doing dishes at a burger place, and so they would take me there and bring me home, right? So they drove me to work. My dad came home. They watched it together. He came and picked me up, brought me back, and no one mentioned it to me. And I was like, yeah. They did the same thing with the Gorillaz concert. Oh. That one I was mad about. Yeah, I was mad about that one because they were, like I said in the last video, they were my favorite band for a long. They were my first favorite band.
Yeah.
So that was, but they recorded it. So that it wasn't as I didn't get to see it live, which was a shame. But I got to watch it, playback of it. It wasn't too bad.
Sure.
That's how I discovered JPEG Mafia, who was my favorite artist for a little while.
Did he open?
He had a song on that. No, but he had a song. He was featured on one of their songs on the album that they were, it was virtual. So, but what the concert was for,
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty cool. Now, it's your turn. I don't know why I was about to pull out a second. Oh, I didn't even talk about the song.
Yeah.
Thursday by AJR. Just to summarize, it's yodeling. It's auto-tuned yodeling. And the only lyrics are they're talking about being thirsty and in I guess erotic context, right? I mean, it's not too like an explicit song, but people be like, "Man, I'm so thirsty," right? It's like that sort of thing. And then the chorus is they go, "Thirsty, thirsty, Thursday," and then it's like, yeah, like I said, an auto-tune. It's so bad. It's so bad.
That's bad.
That's all. Your turn.
I was talking about Phil Collins. He's in the band Genesis. I like Genesis, okay? But I like early stuff. Later Genesis had 2 albums that should never have been released, in my opinion. Because anytime I hear the song, I Can't Dance, I want to throw myself off the balcony. That song and the music video is stupid to boot. It is like, I can't dance. Like, what are you doing? Like, they literally do that on the music video. Like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, they're like, ugh. And like, I know people like that song, but why do people not like the early Genesis stuff from the 70s, even like the stuff from the 80s people didn't like. I don't mind it, but like all their albums from the 90s, this one and the final album they ever did, which didn't even feature Phil Collins on it, they suck. And this had to be the famous song off this that people go crazy for, instead of like the longer progressive songs, of course. I'm like, this song is so bad on so many levels, but like anytime I hear that, I just like I see the stupid music video and I just lose my mind. I'm like, the worst of the early Genesis stuff cannot possibly be worse than this song. So yeah, like I'll listen to in the.
We can't dance.
Oh yeah, I know, but like, why? I can't dance, I can't talk is literally the chorus, and like so on and so on. But like, yeah, I'll listen to In the Air Tonight 100 times before I'd even listen to that one. Yeah. Anyway, that's my my rage pick. Not that I don't have. How many more do I need? Because I think I'm short one, potentially.
I have one more.
Oh, okay, good. No, that works then.
Cool. For my one more, Benjamin, I know you said we weren't going to listen to them. Do you think we could listen to this one?
As long as I can splice the video enough to where I don't get demonetized, or not demonetized, but copyrighted.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll have to.
I mean, you can even.
I can edit it.
In fact, if you want to just like play it on your phone and mute your microphone so it doesn't play, and then I'll talk about it.
I'll go ahead and do that. What's the song?
Hear it. It's on YouTube, not Spotify. Sweet Caroline Diagnostics bootleg by Neil Diamond. Just wait for the drop.
Sweet Diagnostics. Yeah, send that to me. I like that song, but like.
I do too.
So what I'm about to hear is like, disgrace. Or what I'm about to hear, yes. You've already heard it, but all right. Are you sending it through? Are you sending it over?
Text it to you.
Oh, okay. Because like I haven't heard that before, so this is gonna be probably very disappointing. But
Benjamin Majors, your phone number is.
Don't say it out loud.
I'm goofing. Yeah.
There it is. All right, I'm muting my mic.
Well, I'll talk about it while you're giving it a listen. So, I mean, I don't really want to spoil it because, Benjamin can presumably still hear me. Anyone listening, please, 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 please pause this video. Go to YouTube. Look up. It's Sweet Caroline Diagnostics bootleg. Diagnostics is spelled Diagnostics. Give it a listen. It is one of the worst remixes I've ever. I saved it for last for a reason. The drop is something else, man. I don't know. I don't know how far he is into it. I don't know if he's hit the drop yet, but it's crazy. it's because Sweet Caroline is a fine song, right? Neil Diamond is fine. I like it.
Right? My goodness gracious.
Yeah, see.
What is that?
Yeah. It's they took a rock song, right?
I literally just threw my phone. I was so mad. What in the world?
Did you get to the spoiler alert? But did you get to the wah, wah, wah?
That's why I threw my phone. My goodness gracious! I just messed up my mic.
I'm kind of bending the rules a little bit because that remix is not enjoyed by very many people.
It literally the first comment on that video says this is what killed the queen. Oh, you cut out. Can you hear me? Did you hear what I said?
I'm back. I heard. Yeah.
I can see why.
It's pretty bad.
That is
Yeah,
bad.
Sweet Caroline is not like, and I'm not against remixing, right? I think
No.
I'm gonna put you on. I don't know if you'll like this. Maybe someone listening will. Jane Remover is an artist who does. Uh, 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 there's plenty of songs that aren't hype, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is not that though. This is the what Jane Remover's DJ remixes are. This is the opposite of that. This is disgusting. It's putrid. And I know it's not popular, but I could
Mm-mm.
not have this be my final pick.
Well, I will say, yeah, and that's actually a great pick because that actually made me chunk my phone on the bed. I was so mad, and I'm like, I messed up my microphone and everything. So yeah, you really got the number one pick on that. That is bad, dude. There's a reason I've never heard of that. I like that song, but man, that is. Was that made by AI? Oh, you cut out again. Oh dear. Mr. Simon.
My Wi-Fi is not working.
Yeah.
We got one more to get through.
Yeah. All right, my number one, and I don't know. It's not normally probably the Queen pick everybody chooses, because everybody chooses Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't love that song either. But I don't hate it as much as I hate We Will Rock You, and We Are the Champions. I
Really?
cannot.
That's interesting.
I don't. We're the Champions isn't the bad part, but it's is that one song or is that two songs? Because like it's We're the not no, it's not We're the Champions that I despise. It's We Will Rock You that part I despise. But I don't know if it's one. I don't remember if it's one song or not.
I think it's just by itself.
Okay, We Will Rock You's by itself. Okay, then that's the one. Like We're the Champions, fine. But I was only looping it in there because of the We're the Champions. Like it's at you hear it at ball games or whatever. It's fine for like that, but I hear it every freaking like time I go to the ball games. I don't want to hear it on the radio, and it's like just freaking I'm pulling my hair out anytime I hear that boom 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 boom. I don't need to hear that. And I'm like, yeah, it's just it's rough. And like I know I technically probably should hate Bohemian Rhapsody more because it's overplayed to death and it's like not the best progressive song at all. But like I don't know. I'd rather listen to it than We're the Champions just because like the We Will Rock You that kind of I don't know. It's its own thing and like I know it became very popular and all that and I guess why, but like don't ever play it, please. It's bad. Although I think I'd probably rather listen to We're the Champions than whatever the heck I just threw my phone across the room for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't blame you for We Will Rock You either. But yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody is that one I would probably say I have a lower tolerance for than We Will Rock You. I don't really mind We Will Rock You.
That's fair.
Bohemian Rhapsody is just so like people say it's like the song, right? Everyone's like, yeah, this it's played every day 8 billion times on every radio station and people love it and it's like, dude, it's not that good. Mm-mm. It's not even that you're right, like you said, it's not even that progressive. It's just a boring, I don't know.
Yeah,
the transitions don't work, like they're not good.
No. And like it's kind of it's very incohesive, I guess. It doesn't flow right at all. It's very harsh, and like I don't understand why it became as big as it was, and still is. Honestly, We Will Rock You, I can totally see why, but like not Bohemian Rhapsody. Like that, I'm shocked even made it to the radio because like songs like that. Well, there's not really songs like that, but like progressive songs that are even more progressive that are more talented don't make radio play, but that song does. That's not a radio friendly song, if I'm being honest, in my opinion. Except for the "Is this the real?" like the start. That, to me, if it sounded like that the whole time, I could totally see it. But yeah, that's not a good song. Do you have honorable mentions or anything? Because I'm kind of out.
No, I'm not too. I mean, yeah, that's just about it.
Yeah, I guess
Like I
Bohemian
said, I
Rhapsody
have
was,
more.
but
Good way to end off.
yeah,
One honorable mention.
yeah. Because I thought this was gonna be easy, and then I was like, oh, yeah, I was in the same boat as you. I was like, yeah, don't hate as much as I used to, which is kind of annoying because it's hard to make lists like that. But I guess we'll.
People click on the negative stuff too, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So it's hard to when you don't have a lot of hate in your heart. It's like, well, how do I bash things, you know?
Right. Well, thanks for coming on the show, Simon. Appreciate you joining me for a rant that accidentally turned into some positivity here and there.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate the invite. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, which do.
Glad I could ruin your day and change the course of your life with that finale.
Yeah, now I need to get a new phone. No, I'm joking. I don't know where it went. I threw it and just walked out, but I'm like that. I can't believe
Come on, dude.
Yeah. I honestly you made great picks, man, because like there are like so many of them that are like, oh, and I was like, oh, but yeah, that last do what?
Your picks were good too. I don't mean to interrupt, but your picks were good too because they were. I feel your picks are more controversial. I think mine are pretty.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously there's Taylor Swift. People are gonna be like, "But I like Taylor Swift," whatever.
Sure.
But for the most part, my songs are pretty disliked. I feel like yours would rile up more.
Oh yeah.
Controversy, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But like, I guess what I'm trying to say though, like for all these songs, like, I don't, except for probably Green Day, I don't dislike the artists. I just think they wrote better songs. And honestly, Green Day probably wrote better songs because, like, Time of Your Life, like, there's some other songs they wrote that aren't that bad, in my opinion. So, like, the artists as a whole, they wrote something that I just don't like, but I like other things better, I guess.
Yeah.
But everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thanks again, Simon, for coming on, and we will see you in the next video that we have other ideas, but which one it'll be, I have no idea. So thank you all so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.